What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. In today's episode, you see me selling off a few players there, All Black and Rooney. I played obviously some games in yesterday's video with that informed Kante and I loved it, man. This team is deadly. Right now I'm rolling with Sissoko at right forward and Lacazette on 8 chem at striker. A few people recommended to use Fekir. I kind of looked at the difference between Fekir and Sissoko. And although Sissoko is a bit more tanky, a lot more physical, and is a lot taller than Fekir, Fekir has better, well-rounded stats and 4-star skill moves with a Hunter card on. So I think I do go and pick him up at one point or another throughout this video. Now, before we get into the video, before we get into your comments, want to talk about FUT Champs and the changes in FUT Champs, but if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, guys, would be much appreciated. I appreciate the support you guys give. We obviously want to talk about the yesterday's video, which was a live stream and such. So, FUT Champs, guys, has changed this week, or this month. For December, because there are 5 weekends in December, EA have changed the specifications for winning and getting into specific targets for the month. I believe the weekly is still exactly the same, but the monthly is now different. So you have to play 200 games this month instead of the traditional 160. It's not actually more games in like retrospect, because it's still just 40 games a weekend. It's just that there are 5 weekends in there this time. So in previous months you were required to get to Gold 1 to get into Elite 3 for the month. You know, you needed 97 wins, so you had to hit Gold 1 at least once. It's 25 wins for Gold 1. To get 97 wins, you could quite easily have got 24 wins 3 times, and then 25 wins 1 time, and that would have given you your 97 wins to get into Elite 3. So you could have hit Gold 2 3 times, and then Gold 1, and that would get you to Elite for the month, right? So that was alright. I still think that's a little bit too easy, especially given the fact that you're giving someone who gets Gold 2 3 times and Gold 1 once the same reward as the person that finishes 1 win outside of the top 100. You're saying Elite 3 and Gold 1, Elite 1 are the same in terms of reward. And I don't agree with that, and we've spoken about that before. I hope EA changed the reward structure for that. But that's what they're saying. This month, off the 200 games, to get into Elite 3 now, you need 112 wins, which sounds crazy. Oh my god, 112 wins. Well, actually, when you compare needing 112 wins from 200 games, you need barely a 50% win-loss ratio to get into Elite for the month. And if they don't change the rewards, they're again saying that you need only 50% wins to get the same prize as somebody who could get 80% wins but still finish outside the top 100. So again, I don't agree with it. And I did the old calculations, and you can literally finish with 22 wins 3 of the weeks and 23 wins on 2 of the weeks and get into Elite 3 for the month without ever hitting Gold 1. I find that unrealistic, that you can literally get Gold 2 5 weekends in a row and get the exact same prize for somebody that finished Elite 1 5 weekends in a row but didn't make the top 100. That's crazy. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that should be the case. I think that's I agree that, we're finally getting some play to win and people are getting rewarded, but it still has to be structured. Like, if you're giving it a structure, you've got to give it a structure. They still have Elite 1, Elite 2 and Elite 3 as ranks in the monthly. They still have Gold 1, Gold 2, Gold 3 as ranks in the monthly. So they're still saying that they're segregating it, which leads me to believe that they would have heard the outcries of the community and that they need to start segregating the prizes as well. But if they don't, where's the incentive? If you're not top 100 material, where's the incentive to play past a certain point? Me personally, on my road to glory, I could get to Gold 1, 25 wins every single week and then stop playing. Because if I get 5 weeks of that, I'll get 125 wins. That'll put me Elite 2 for the month. If I wanted to go and get the other 4 wins, I could go to Elite 1 for the month. I literally just need 26 wins for 5 consecutive weeks to get Elite 1 for the month. Which I would be very, very surprised if I don't do. However, saying that, going into FUT Champs today, because I'm recording this on the day that the video is going live and I haven't actually started my FUT Champs yet, I'm nervous again, and I don't know why I'm nervous. I always get to a point where I'm like, oh god, I hope I don't, just hope I don't lose loads of games. I don't the last thing you want to do is go into FUT Champs and end up coming out with like 18 wins or 16 wins and stuff. And I just really hope that's not me, because I enjoy the elite rewards and I enjoy the gold 1 rewards. But I always have that hankering feeling that this is going to be the weekend where I just do utter garbage. For the first time in 4 weeks, I've drastically changed my team. I've put in, like, you know, a lot of informs. I've got that blue Lacazette, and I'm going to give it like 5 games with that team. And if I'm not feeling it, I'm going to revert back to the team that I had last weekend that I got 32 wins with, or 31 wins last weekend and 32 wins the weekend before, because that for me was a tried and tested successful team. The other thing I'm worried about this weekend is that there are no requirements. I've been looking at like teams of YouTubers and teams of people that I follow on Twitter and teams of you guys tweet me your teams, and people have just got absolute monster teams at this stage, and I'm worried that that's going to affect me and how I play, because just the mental kind of difference of coming up against a gold team versus a legend team, regardless of the player ability, it plays a factor. So I hope I get the FIFA gods bless me and don't put me up against super teams. I don't mind coming up against good teams, because I've got a good team at this stage. You know, we've got 90 rated Hazard, 87 Lacazette, we've got 84 inform Kante, 84 Matic, 84 Sigurdsson, we've got Bayern Smalling, who are fantastic, we've got the 84 Walker. I'm very tempted to go out and buy David De Gea as well and put him in nets instead of Jack Butland. But in general, as we pack ourselves a beautiful little inform there, in general, my team's really good. So I don't mind coming up against good teams, but coming up against the inform Ronaldos and the Bales and the Messis and the inform Neymars and the legend Vieiras and stuff, I don't know if I've got it in me to deal with that this weekend. I have to see how it goes, because I'm playing with a new team, and because there's no requirements this weekend. My aim is genuinely just gold 1. 25 wins is my aim this weekend. I know I've been hitting elite. I hit elite 3 out of the 4 weeks last month, so I should be realistically going up towards that 29-30 win mark again. But I'll be happy with 25 wins this weekend league. Just to get a feel for the team and how it plays, and put myself in good standing to finish Elite 1 for the month. That's kind of my aim. Now, going on to your guys' questions. Adri Chaduri says, "Hey Nep, if you stream, just show what you did and do a cut commentary and then upload it to YouTube, and this is just how I feel like." Well, so I want to talk a little bit about, I read loads of comments about the streams, obviously in the comment section. I asked you guys to comment on whether or not you liked it, and I think a lot of people misunderstood what I was gearing toward. I wasn't suggesting, nor will I ever, live stream all of my Road to Glory and then cut it for YouTube. That was never the intention. The intention was just to, when I live stream Road to Glory, to then turn it into a video or not turn it into a video. It wasn't like, okay, now you're going to go from me doing post-com stuff like this 7 days a week to, okay, now you're going to just get live com streams cut down 7 days a week. That was never the intention. The intention was just like maybe once or twice a week, maybe 3 times a week at most, when I'm live streaming and I'm live streaming the Road to Glory. I chop it down, I put the highlights on YouTube so people don't miss out. Or I could just live stream it on YouTube, on Twitch, and not cut it down, and just maybe give a recap at the start of the next video. Hey guys, this is what we did. So those could be like the two alternatives. I think a lot of people thought that this was just going to turn into a live stream to video series, and that was never the intention. So I guess I didn't explain myself clear enough there. In terms of doing it, like playing it on live stream and then editing it down, I would love to do that, and I used to be able to do that when I had 2 computers set up next to me, because I actually fed one Elgato to one computer, one Elgato to the other, so I could live stream and record the footage separately. Unfortunately, right now I don't have my other computer set up, so I can't do that. And anyhow, like it came with a lot of issues when doing that. And you can't just take raw footage from stream. You have to take the whole content. So I can't actually cut the footage down from stream onto like post-com stuff like this, because it will have my gameplay, it will have the pop-ups, it will have the voice, the sound, that, you know, I just basically just can't do it. But for those of you that are wondering about the stream, I know a lot of people enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the interaction with the stream, but were concerned that that was all there'd be. And I know a lot of people love the kind of Q&A aspect of these videos. A lot of people enjoy the kind of topics of conversation between the videos, and were worried that was going to disappear. That's not going to disappear. But I think what we'll do next time on stream is I'll play on Road to Glory just normally. You know, play a few divisions games, perhaps, maybe do a bit of trading, a bit of bronze pack method. and then I'll give a recap at the start of the next video, and we'll see where the land lies that time. I'll play around with it, guys. I'll figure out something that works for everybody, and if it doesn't work for everybody, then I just stop streaming Road to Glory, basically. Ahmed Akmal says, stream FUT Champions and then just make an uncut video and put it on YouTube. It would save you a lot of time and allow us to watch your progress live. No. I know I spoke months ago about streaming FUT Champs, and like mentally I want to stream FUT Champs. Like I literally sit there and think, man, it'd be so good to stream FUT Champs. I think how you guys watching exactly how I play under pressure would be good, but I see what it does, man, and I see like Nick streams FUT Champs, and Nick gets stressed at FIFA like anyone, man. I get stressed at FIFA, he gets stressed at FIFA. Even if it's his fault or if it's the game's fault or if it's opponent's fault, it doesn't make any difference. You get stressed at FIFA. His chat is just savage, man. Like they're genuinely dickheads to him. And any streamer that I see, like if Castro's losing, that people are just dicks to him, and it just winds you up to a point where it makes you even more stressed and it makes you play worse. You know, FUT Champs for me has become very much a pride thing. You know, I'm wanting to get better week on week, month on month, and I would absolutely hate to start streaming FUT Champs to start getting abused by the chat. And I'm not saying you guys watching, because I know there's like 99% of the people will just watch and enjoy, but that one vocal percent of idiots, they're hounds, man. They don't stop. Like you look at any streamer that's playing FUT Champions, and look at their chat, whether they got 10 viewers or 10,000 viewers, they just get hounded with negativity because they're shit, or they're this, or they're that, or they're bad, or they should have done this and they should have done that. And backseat gamers come out to play and they're like, you should try this player, you should do that player, you should have this player. And it's just like, dude, let me do me. You know, that's kind of the mentality that it goes to, and it just winds a streamer up more to the point where they play worse. I don't want to play worse. I want to play better. I want to play good. I want to enjoy FUT Champs the best I can, and go from there. Maybe what I'll do is, like on Sunday, if I've already achieved Gold 1, maybe on Sunday I'll stream like my last 10, 12 games or something, just to see how it feels. That could be a thing. But in general, although like I want to stream FUT Champs, it's just not going to be beneficial, because I know I'll do worse, because I let things like the comments in the chat get to me. It's just who I am as a person. Can't change. I read it and it bothers me. It gets to me. It triggers me. And I just don't really want that to happen. Scott Henderson says, when do you get the monthly rewards for FUT Champs? Anyway, great vids and series net. Well, thank you, dude, for the kind words. Last month they came the third weekend in. The third midweek in. So we had like week 1 we played, we didn't get them with those rewards. Week 2 we played with, did we get them with those rewards? Maybe we did. I can't remember. Maybe next week, maybe like Wednesday next week, maybe the Wednesday the week after. It'll be one of those two days. Tom Sinyinza, I've been really struggling to find a good centre-back. I've used Mustafi, Williams and Cahill next to Vertonghen and not liked any of them. Who would you suggest? Dude, Abayi and Smalling are just a dream duo, dude. So fast, really good physical, really good defending stats, perfect work rates because they use counter-attack, nice and tall. Like, I can't see myself changing Abayi and Smalling until I get a Team of the Year card, a 3rd or 4th informed centre-back from the BPL or Team of the Season cards. There's no need to change them. They're just unreal. They're just absolutely unreal. Melvin Howarth says, Yo, Nep, I don't mind you streaming your Road to Glory as long as you show the key highlights from your stream within the videos for people who don't watch the stream or simply can't watch the stream whenever you're streaming. And yeah, to go back to what we talked about before, this now is the team, by the way, guys. This is the team that you're seeing on the screen that I'm probably going to take into FUT Champs. If I don't like it, Lacazette and Fekir are out. I'm going to swap back Kante and Sigurdsson back to the other sides and put Son and Sterling back into the team, because like Son for me is a guy that I find it really, really difficult to leave out. For me, Heung-min Son is just unreal in this game. You know, I bring him on as a sub in a few of the games we're about to see, and he's just brilliant. And it is very, very hard to leave someone that good off the team. However, I want to give Lacazette a chance in FUT Champs to see how well he is, how well he does, how good he is. Because if he's better than Son, then it won't make that much of a difference to me. But yeah, to go back to the start of the questions there, Melvin, yeah, I mean, as I say, I think a lot of people just kind of misinterpreted what my aim was for streaming. And you know, putting highlights into a video or just recapping a stream or uploading the stream to YouTube, they're all alternatives that I'll play around with over the next few weeks, and we'll see what works the best, and we'll go from there. Nick Andrews, I'm really sorry, Netman. I'm a very long time sub, but I really dislike the live stream format due to the fact that I've watched your videos for so many years and I just don't like how long these vids are. Love you as a YouTuber, please streaming separate on Twitch. I love your vids and would be honoured if you would reply to me. Good sir. Well, I mean, in terms of like not liking backseat gamers, no one also likes backseat entertainers. Like, and I mean that in a sense, like I genuinely don't like it when people tell me what to do. I don't mind people suggesting things. I don't mind people like saying, you know, oh, I prefer this or I prefer that or I like this or I didn't like that, which is what you've done, which is the point of the topic we're going to address. But when you just say, please keep streaming separate on Twitch, it makes me get my back up. It like makes me think like who like you don't get to tell me what to do. And I know it comes from a kind place, and I know you mean well and you have good intentions. But for me personally, it really like irritates me that people try to tell me what to do rather than just give suggestions and stuff. But to address your first point, you say you dislike the live stream format due to the fact that you've watched me for many years and you don't like how long these vids are. The video yesterday that is in question that you're talking about is like 41 minutes long or something. My videos traditionally are around 20 to 30 minutes long, this one being 30 minutes long, and a lot of videos have been 40 minutes or longer. So to say that you don't like the longer videos would just suggest that you don't like my videos, because most of them are really long. And then it comes down to whether or not people enjoy long content or have the time to watch long content. And that's why I'm amazed by how good this channel does, by the way, guys, because for people to take out 20 to 40 minutes a day to watch this video, and for 100,000 people on average to take out 20 to 40 minutes a day is just unreal, and I appreciate the support. And like I say, I know Nick, you're coming from a good place. I know you're not saying those with bad intentions. I know you're probably not trying to, like, you know, get me up, you know, get my back up. You're probably not trying to tell me what to do, but it just comes across in that style of comment that you're saying you've got to do what I want you to do because I don't like it, and I don't appreciate those kind of comments, which is why at the start of yesterday's video I kind of said, like, let me know in the comment section what you do and what you don't like, rather than tell me what to do. Let me know what you like. You know, you could easily have just said, dude, I just really don't like the super long videos. 20 minutes is alright, 30 minutes at a push every now and then, but not a fan of the super long videos. No problem, I would have taken that into consideration. But when you just say things just unnecessarily, like just keep, you know, please keep streaming separate on Twitch. No, this is my channel and my series, and I'll do what I want. Of course, I want it to be in line with what you guys want, but ultimately I've got to be enjoying it as well. Otherwise it just won't be fun for either of us. However, to move swiftly on, Random Vid Re says, I prefer the regular vids rather than the taken off stream, as the audience you're addressing mostly as a stream. I like it when you're answering questions and topics with gameplay in the background. And again, that for me is kind of where I think there was a misconception of people thinking that I just wouldn't be doing this style of video and that would all be live streams, when in actuality it's not just going to all be live streams. In fact, it will be minimal live streams. I literally was only going to live stream when I have time, and I don't really have time that often because weekends are usually taken up by foot champs, family stuff, like, you know, organising the house that I've moved into, getting things prepared and stuff, and then through the week it's me kind of like getting back on like regular, like to a regular video schedule after foot champs, and then preparing for the next foot champs. Like, it goes so quick. So there was only ever going to be 2 or 3 streams a week at most, and some of them might not have even been on the Road to Glory account. There might have been a COD stream or a club stream or something different. But yeah, again, just to go with a common misconception, I think I just didn't explain myself very well. Hopefully I have this time. 53, great name, says, try to buy Inform David Luiz for Bailly or Inform Yaya Toure for Matic. Try to buy both after you end Foot Champions. I mean, I looked at David Luiz and we agreed, or I kind of suggested that he's just not better than Bailly. He's not. He's got some stats better, but in general the cards are ridiculously close in stats. I think Bailly would be better because of his pace. He's got good. He's only 2 defending points and 1 physical point away from David Luiz with far more pace. He's considerably cheaper. And it goes to the sense of, like, I don't want to, like, the upgrade has to feel right for me. And the upgrades I've made in this team this weekend league have felt right to me. He also says, buy Inform Yaya Toure for Matic. I don't think people understand how good Nemanja Matic is in this game. I would, like, unless Matic gets an upgrade, I will not take Matic out of my team. The only person I will trade Nemanja Matic for in this game is Patrick Vieira. That's it. Like, Nemanja Matic is unbelievable in this game. For those of you that just see that like 68 pace or whatever it is and instantly dismiss him, you are missing out. He's 7,000 coins and he is the best defensive-minded central midfielder that I have used outside of Patrick Vieira. He's just unreal. I don't want to buy players just for the sake of spending coins and just for the sake of buying players. I want to buy players that actually help the team and actually upgrade the team and actually feel good to play with. And I don't think putting Yaya Toure in there instead of the Nemanja Matic would be an upgrade to the team, especially not for the huge price tag that is on that Toure. It's like 350,000 coins. I just don't think it's worth it. Some people say, I think there's a comment about Kyle Walker that I'll read in a second, but I bought Kyle Walker because he's better than Luke Shaw off chem. Like Luke Shaw on 10 chem with an anchor card does not get as good stats as Kyle Walker on 7 chem with an anchor card. And I checked Foothead, I did all the calculations, and that's just factual. So for me to invest heavily in a better left back, I'm happy to spend those coins because the reason why I was more than happy to spend them specifically on Kyle Walker, because I wouldn't necessarily have done it if it was like a different left back for lesser value or something, is because Kyle Walker is a high demand fullback because he's the only, like, he's the best right back in the game according to many that play for champs. So he's always in high demand, and there are not many of him on the market. So his price range, I bought him for 220, his max price range is 250, and he's constantly hitting that 250 max price range, where he'll likely get bumped up to like 300 or 350, and there's, in my opinion, a good opportunity for investment in Kyle Walker. So not only is he a better left back than Luke Shaw is, okay, some people say maybe because his foot or his weak foot, and maybe not so, but I honestly don't think that that's much of a problem. It's just the way you play the game with that specific player. But not only is he a better left back than Luke Shaw, in my opinion, he's also a good investment for the future where I'll make money on him as well. So it was kind of like a double whammy with him. If I thought for 1 second Kyle Walker would drop in value, I wouldn't have done it. And there is potential for him to drop in value. When the monthly rewards come out, red Kyle Walker will be in those packs. At that point, it might be prudent to sell him. In fact, I might only play with him throughout this weekend league and then get rid of him and make 10,000-15,000 coins after tax, just because I can, and just in case he does, he gets flooded onto the market because of monthly rewards. But I don't see his value going down. People love Kyle Walker in this game. They love him because of his physicality, because of his pace, and I highly expect him to be a good player for me at left back. And in fact, in all these games you're seeing now, I wanted to notice Inform Kante, and I wanted to notice Kyle Walker, and I wanted to notice how good Sigurdsson was compared to Rooney, and they were head and shoulders better than the players that I had there. So on that note, I would expect myself to play better this weekend league because I have got a better team. Even though I said to you guys earlier, I'm nervous coming into this weekend league, and I want 25 wins as kind of like my go-to target. If I did get 32 or 33 wins, I wouldn't be surprised because I have upgraded my team. So I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, I don't want to upgrade players just for the sake of spending coins. Tom Van Welden says, and why not use Fekir? Should be a good and 2 chem, and should be good 2 and chem is sorted. Yeah. And I went and bought Fekir, and I enjoyed him for the few games that I played. The only thing I don't like about him is he's small and weak, and he gets shoved off the ball quite easily. But I'm used to that with Sterling, with Mane, and with Walcott. So it's probably going to be the case that I use Fekir for the first 45-50 minutes, and then I constantly sub him out for Son, Sterling, Mane, Walcott, one of the wingers that I've got later on in the game. Calvinda O'Connell, do you sub on Cerner at right back, or do you push him further up because of his incredible all-round stats? Yeah, I push him further up. I quite often bring him on as a centre midfielder actually instead of Nemanja Matic. As good as I believe Nemanja Matic is, there are certain games whereby, like the 75th, 80th minute, he's just dead for stamina because he's putting in so much work. So I'll bring on fresh legs of Cerner and just give myself the best opportunity to see out games. So I often bring Cerner on as a centre mid. In fact, very rarely will you see me bring him on as a fullback. I've got Layun as my backup fullback. And I use Cerner as a backup midfielder, and he is just deadly. He's so good, man. If you've never used him, his inform is super cheap. It's like 15 or 18,000 coins. At worst case scenario, you're going to lose 5 to 8k because you can just discard him if you can't sell him, but you'll always be able to sell someone like Cerner, an 84 rated for 12, 15,000. And then if there ever is a case where you need a high rated inform for a squad builder challenge, you're going to make money on him as well. Or you could just use him yourself for the SBC. So, yeah, for me, Cerner is a good investment and a really good super sub. Mark Bentley says, hey, Nep, quick question. I start the games the same as you on attack and counter attack. Do you stay with that if you take the lead, or you change anything? Also wondering what custom tactics you use. See if I could change mine slightly. Love your content. I watch pretty much every vid. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Mark, for the kind words and for the continued support viewing. To answer one thing, I don't use custom tactics. The only thing I do in the custom tactics section is set it from offside trap to cover, and even that doesn't matter because when you go counter attack, the default of counter attack is setting it down into cover, which is why the centre backs sit so deep. So I don't. Other than that, everything for me is basic. It's exactly what it was when the game starts. So there's that. In terms of do I remain the same, I always stay on attacking and counter-attack. If I take the lead, if I go behind, it doesn't make any difference. The only time I'll change off of it is in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the game. If I'm still losing, I'll go ultra-attacking, potentially all-out attack. And if I'm winning by 1 goal in a super tight game, I'll go defensive, never ultra-defensive or part of the bus, because for me, they just bring on pressure that I don't want to deal with. I like to have the ball. I like to be in the attacking third because it's you can't concede a goal if you've got the possession up at your opponent's goal. So that's what I do. Samir Sawala says, build 2 teams, one with Lacazette and the other one with BPL special cards. I don't want to build 2 teams. I want to play as many games as I can with 1 team and 1 set of players. I don't really play the game much outside of Foot Champs to even warrant having 2 teams. I'm never going to use 2 teams in Foot Champs again. We did it the first weekend and we end up losing a crap ton of games. So yeah, I like keeping 1 team. I would just rather fit my favourite players in the team somehow than build a second team. And then last but not least, Aidan Cameron says, Yo Nep, how many games do you play through the week? I feel if I play too many or too little, I play bad at the weekend league. Please reply. Keep up the great work, bro. Well, this week I played quite a lot. I probably played about 15 games this week, all through divisions. But usually none. Usually like 1 or 2 at most. I don't know. I'm so busy throughout the week with other things, getting this video prepared and stuff, that I don't really play that many games through the week. So yeah, the answer is basically not many. 10 at most. 5 probably is about average. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.